which is my best route here? I think just carrying on down here should do nicely. Nice and steady. Ease it down. Right, welcome to Helmsley up in North Yorkshire area. So I'm just leaving here and I'm going to have a wee ride to Topcliffe. Let me just see what this car's doing. Nobody knows. So yeah, I'm going to have a ride to Topcliffe via a few green lanes. So if that is something that you think might interest you, then please stay tuned. And hopefully there'll be no mishaps, but you never can tell with me, seeing as this is only my second ride of the year. And on that note, thank you everybody, thank you so much for those that watched my video before this one and who also took the time to leave a comment and wish me well. It is appreciated, because when you've had a long period of time off, I suppose any sort of social media platform, but in particular YouTube, where you're doing this type of video, you do think, oh, people are just going to unsubscribe, and I'm sure that there will have been many people who did unsubscribe, and I don't blame them one little bit. You know, I unsubscribe to certain people, you know, if they don't put videos out that I like, or they don't put enough videos out and I lose interest. It's human nature at the end of the day. But like I said, yeah, for those that did take the time to leave a comment after watching the video, and in particular, like I said, wish me well for the things I've been going through recently, thumbs up to you guys and gals, much appreciated. So yeah, hopefully last week's video will be the start of a few things, good things to come in the future. So, right, so I believe that this trail, I don't think it's part of the TET, I think it's part of the Trans-Northern Trail, but I might be wrong on that, and if I am, I'll correct myself down in the description down below. But some of the bikers there were just telling me that there's been an accident on a part of this road further on. So although I've got the GPX route in my phone there and I'm following it, it may be that I need to make a little bit of a deviation off it just to bypass that accident. We shall see. It's quite an interesting little route, is this. Goes through a few fields, and you might think, I don't think he should be going through there. I don't think Mr. 701 should be going through that field. But yes, you can. This is part of the, I think it's part of the Trans-Northern Trail rather than the Trans-European Trail. Something like that anyway. I'll correct myself in the comments down below if I am wrong. Right, let me just focus on this. And obviously I don't want to get lost on this as well. Let me just move over here into this little gully. I still feel quite rusty, but that's okay, I don't mind. I'll get more confident, more rides to do. Yeah, some big gliders there. Wonder if it's too windy for them or whether it's just right. Right, down here, Is he just letting me go? He is. Thank you. Around to the left. What sort of car is this in front of me? Is it a green Porsche? Looks a bit flash. Who knows? Looks quite nice, whatever it is. Right, and around to the right. Not down there, obviously. It is a Porsche, thank you. I didn't really want to be over here. Let's see. Let me get over here. Thing is, when you've got long grass like that in the middle, you can't quite see, can you? Whether there's a bit of a dip like there. So straight on here for a stretch. But it's not often you get an opportunity to ride through fields like this. Quite often, you know, obviously you're riding on moorland or maybe through a bit of woodland. But to come through fields like this, perfectly legally. Whoa, a couple of dips there. Yeah, it's just nice. A refreshing change, I think. A bit of a stick there, you don't want to get that between your spokes, do you? Straight over the handlebars. No, thank you very much. I'm struggling a bit as well because for the last few months, if not even longer, I've had in my right shoulder what's been diagnosed as a rotator cuff. I'd never even heard of it before. I think I probably did it shoveling snow off the drive earlier this year. Can't think of how else I would have done it, but a nice horse there. Yeah, rotator cuff, if you ever get it, don't leave it for ages like I did. Start doing some physio on it straight away. Which is my best route here? I think just carrying on down here should do nicely. Nice and steady. Ease it down. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Oh, I'm going to walk this down because this looks a bit treacherous. For my second ride. No shame in not smashing your bike up. Once I get down this bit, I should be spot on. Well, let's just not get too optimistic. Let's take it down here. Bounce it down. Yeah, my mind says, ride it down. But I ain't. Come on. I'm not fit enough and up to speed yet with this. Let me just get it in this little bit here. Ooh. Worked a bit of a sweat up there. Right. We're good. I say we're good. Steady. Eyes forward. Whew. Alright, we've got a bit of a step here. Oops. Steady, just inch it down. There we go. Whew, what the hell? Straight down here. That was a bit precarious, but we managed with a bit of care. I don't mind bits like this, but even years, I mean, I say years ago, a couple of years ago, this would have obviously freaked me out, but this isn't too bad. But that bit back there, on my second ride in about 6 or 7 months, no. Oh, I've worked a proper sweat up there. Right, this is a bit rocky, but we'll manage, I think. Doesn't look as bad as the other bit I've just done. Pick your lines, pick your way through. There we go. And I just filled the bike up as well in Helmsley, so it's quite heavy at the moment. Or heavier than it would ordinarily be. And that was good. I'm glad I did that, but bloody hell, that was frightening. Right, what time is it? But yeah, trying to remember how to do stuff. So like up on my toes, toes pointing inwards, knees slightly bent, leaning over the bars very, very slightly. Looking ahead, shitting myself. But I'm doing alright, I think. I'm doing alright. Only a bit of fun. Whoa! Nearly. That hurt my shoulder. Oh, let me just rest my shoulder. A couple of rotations, free it up a bit. I should have done a bit of limbering up before I started. But yeah, sometimes if I overstretch my shoulder or jolt it, my right shoulder, it doesn't half hurt. Still going the right way? Yep. A few little ruts here, but nothing too bad. So yeah, I'm getting used to technique again. Like I said, knees bent, toes in, leaning over the bars slightly, just putting a bit of weight obviously over the front end. It seems to be working. Alright, straight on here. But yeah, a bit of woodland here. I like riding through areas like this. So straight down here and then a left. Looks like we're going to be joining a bit of road section again. Right, here we are back in Topcliffe at the Angel Public House. I did ask permission if I could park my van here beforehand, and they said absolutely no problem whatsoever. So that's always good to know. Right, I'm not quite sure what's going on with my videos. There may have been some of the trails that I did there that I didn't quite capture on video because I'm getting used to this little remote device. And I think I turned the camera on, but I'm not quite convinced yet that I actually set it recording. But we'll find out in due course. Okay, right, thanks for watching. If you've come this far, I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please leave a comment down below. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. And hopefully you'll look forward to my next video, which I shall put out very shortly. Hope all being well. Okay, take care. Ta-da then.